My name is Kainton, the Tech Pro, and today I'm going to just teach you in very few minutes how to generate documentation for your application very easily. And this can be done in just few minutes. So I have this application I've built. When I run it, it can return list of locations, it can return list of users, it can return list of posts. Okay, so this is just an API I've developed. So how do you generate documentation? Actually, it takes very few minutes. So let me just show you what to do. These are the steps to follow. So take a few seconds, look at the steps, just 3 steps, and then the 4th step is to just go to the documentation URL. I'd like to remind you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button so that you kind of motivate me to keep making these lessons. And if you have any challenges following any of my lessons at all, anywhere, anytime, any day, let me know. Leave me a comment below. If you have any recommendations, leave me a comment below as well. So just hit the subscribe button and let's do this together. So this application is already running. So it's an API that returns list of items. All right, so let's take the step. The first step is to add the Swagger dependencies. Of course, you can add the Swagger dependencies by going to Maven repository. But for now, instead of wasting time to go to Maven repository, I'm just going to copy these dependencies. The first dependency is Spring Fox Swagger UI, and the second one is Spring Fox Swagger 2. So it configures the Swagger, the Swagger controller and the UI as well. So just copy it and go to your form.xml. So put these two dependencies, just in case you want to get these dependencies from Maven repository, just go to MVN repository and just look for Swagger 2. And you find Swagger 2 Spring Fox and you can copy it. And also you can copy, this is Swagger 2, and you can copy Swagger UI as well. So just go to your dependencies section of the application and dependencies right here and just paste it right there, the 2 of them. The next step in the list is for you to add at enable Swagger 2 annotation in your main application class. So go to the main application class, this is where I have it, and we are going to simply add, maybe below or above the at Spring Boot annotation, just add at enable Swagger 2, enable Swagger 2, and just save everything. Yeah, here you need to import enable Swagger 2, that is fine. And then the next thing we are going to do is to create a bean, and that is the one that is a little tasking. So the bean is simply the module that configures Swagger and creates the Swagger UI files. So I'm going to, at this point, I'm not going to copy and paste. I'm going to type it out myself so that you see how it is. So what you are going to say, public docket, and you give it a name. So the name of my application is Rumin API, so I'm just going to call it Rumin API as well. Public docket. So at this point, we are going to define the docket that is going to be returned by this bean. In case I forget, let me just add a bean annotation here. All right, Control-Shift-O on my keyboard. Okay, so what I'm going to say is just to return new dockets. Okay, I return new docket, and you are going to give it the documentation type. And it's going to be Swagger. Swagger 2, because that is what we use, and you specify .select Swagger 2. Just give me a mix. I'm mixing out something. Okay, dot select, and at this point you are going to select the APIs, and you specify request handler. Selectors dot base package. So you need to specify the base package. For me, The base package is, let me just show you. So we have com.ktg.relationship-demo, because it is an application I use to demonstrate one-to-many and many-to-one. You can check it out if you want. .base package, and the base package you need to specify in quotes com.ktg.relationship-demo. I think that is the name. Relationship-demo. Everything in lowercase. com.ktg.relationship-demo. Okay. So, and finally, I'm going to say .build. What happens? So I'm going to say, just get back all the way. So I think I mixed up. So request handlers .base package is okay. So request handler .base package. Okay, so this is what we have, and I'm gonna say .build. So in case you mix up something, feel free to pause the video and copy and go through the code line by line. So there is the code. I've created the docket, and the next thing to do from the steps here is to run the application and just go to port 8080 and go to the UI, and you see your documentation beautifully generated. Let's see. I hope it's gonna work. So let me save everything, and I'm gonna relaunch this application, and you simply go to port 8080, it's running on port 8080, and just visit swaggerui.html. So you can see the application started. Okay, let's see, Tomcat started. Okay, so let's go to visit. So this is my application. So at the end, I'm simply going to say Swagger UI.html. So let's see. All right, so you can see that the Swagger documentation is beautifully generated for us. So here we have 3 controllers. So if I go back to my application, I'll see that I have 3 controller files. So inside each of the controller, we have put, get, post, and okay, I don't have any delete. I did not create it. So that is how it works. If I go to, let's take for instance, I want to try out get location by ID. I simply click on it, and I can just click on try it out and put in location, let's say location 1, and response type, okay, execute. And you can see it gives us list of locations right here. You can see Budapest, Hungary, that is where I am. You get a return value. So this is how to enable documentation. I'd like to remind you to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any updates. It can really be easy to do things if you get the right instructor. For me, I like teaching. I like making my subscribers to understand what is going on. So please subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment if this has been informative for you. And we see you in the next lesson.